2021 is upon us, and hopefully, what a year it will be. I put out an article on Rockfin this morning called The Greatest Year of Wrestling is Upon Us. And today, CENZO and I are going to dive into that a little bit with some coffee talk around 2021. Mike Macchiavello also joins the show today to talk about his recent matches at the RTC Cup, launching some merch, and his upcoming match with Gabe Dean next week. If you guys didn't know, the video version of the podcast is available now on Rockfin under our new premium content offering. If you guys just want to listen, that's fine. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, subscribe on Apple, subscribe on Spotify, and keep listening to the show. If you are listening on Apple, go ahead and leave a 5-star rating and review if you enjoy the podcast.
It's Baschamania! Let me tell you something, brother. He gave us everything he had in him tonight. What you gonna do when Baschamania runs wild on you? Oh, it's gonna be a good one. And business just picked up here on the podcast. Oh, yeah.
What are you pouring right now?
It's Uganda Sippy Falls.
Did you buy the beans?
My dad bought them for me. Yeah. They're
Grind
actually
them up?
Yeah.
Do you measure them out like Zane did? Because I watched Zane making coffee on the LWC Rockfin.
Ish. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
What do you mean ish? You either ground the beans or you don't.
No. I grind them. I don't really like. I wasn't.
Oh,
measuring
you don't measure
them
them out. Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely grind them. You got to.
Yeah. I was drinking pre-workout today, so I haven't had any coffee yet. But after you and
I've never had
you guys told me that's probably why I wake up at 4 a.m. I'm like gonna try switching over. I don't do New Year's resolutions, but my New Year's resolution might be to drink more coffee and less pre-workout.
Well, instead of making it a New Year's resolution, why don't you just decide today?
Yeah,
like today's the day that you just
less pre-workout, more coffee.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a plan. How was your New Year's Eve? Did you do anything?
I fell asleep before the ball dropped.
Yeah, my wife and I went to bed at 9. I was exhausted.
Yeah. Who cares,
dude? It did not feel like New Year's.
It's a day.
Yeah, I haven't stayed up for the ball in like 5 years. But even more so than that, like yesterday just felt like a standard day. Like we ate dinner at like 7. Then I was like, okay, what should we do? Like it's a Thursday.
Like it was yesterday. Got my practice in the morning. Got a workout in. Then that was it. Like it's same with today, New Year's Day.
And for the CENZO match watch, do we have a match lined up yet?
Yeah.
I think I just broke up. Did you catch the question?
Whenever there is a match, we'll let you know.
Are we closer?
I'm not. No, not even a little bit. I'm not gonna tease anything just because there's nothing to tease.
Yeah, that's fair. There is I did just put out an article this morning on my Rockfin that I think this could be the greatest year in wrestling history. Like the more I think about it, like we're gonna have a Tokyo Olympics, we're gonna have a World Championship.
We hope we're gonna have a Tokyo.
Correct.
Olympics.
We hope we're gonna have an Olympics. We hope we're gonna have World Championships in Norway. Means we're gonna have Olympic trials. We're gonna have a World Team trials. College wrestling's finally here, which
Woo. College wrestling's sick.
So here's like the quick roller coaster for wrestling fans. So excited wrestling's back today.
I have a question. Is Nick Sirianni wrestling 133?
He's not wrestling this year.
He's not.
He is out at the Sunkist Kids training with Mark Perry.
Okay, I've heard that, but I didn't know if he was going back or
if he does, it won't be till next year.
Okay.
And everybody's slowly got out there. I forgot who put it out there that Mark Perry said, no, he's out here training Arizona. And then Willie posted a screenshot from Nick's dad with a gold medal emoji and a wink. Just
Bob Siriano.
No other context but a wink and a gold medal.
Oh yeah, I threw that a like. That was awesome. If you've ever interacted with that guy, that's all you need. That's all you need to see.
I haven't, but I've heard stories of him.
He's awesome.
I've heard a plethora of stories.
He's very lively.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
So college wrestling was supposed to start today.
It didn't.
And then the scary thing is 11 a.m. this morning, North Carolina puts out a thing. Due to COVID, dual meet is postponed tonight. Day
That's
one
just
of 365.
it's just unfortunate. I mean, what did you expect though? Like it was bound to happen.
But now it's a slippery slope in my mind because okay, there's a Spartan Combat Tar Heel Wrestling Club event Friday.
Ooh, yeah.
They're practicing together. Like,
I mean, I guess you just kind of have to take all the precautions and see how things go with this. I don't know. I mean, the event's already been, set up for a long time.
And they've been going good. Like the last couple of
Mm-hmm.
months, all the wrestling events have been good. No events have been canceled. A couple of like guys can't compete. Like I heard Dake and Gabe Dean couldn't compete in the last minute because they got COVID.
Right.
I heard that. I don't know if it's true, but I think you're going to see more of that where all of a sudden a guy's out because of COVID protocols. But I was surprised to see the whole thing canceled.
Yeah, I mean, for a match, you kind of have to. You can't just cancel one or two of the matches, or because then it becomes a whole team thing. Like in wrestling, it's just different than other sports.
And there's also no like on the flow card or some of these cards. If two guys are out or a guy's out, you can get a replacement. You can't get a replacement for like a dual.
You can get a backup, but.
But I am excited. College wrestling starts, and then
heck yeah, me too.
Big 12 starts Sunday. Big 10 starts next week. I know you're not a big schedule guy, but I did take a look at the Penn State schedule. It's out now, so
that's why I asked about Suriano because I think they have Rutgers first, right?
Let me look. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know if Penn State did actually put it out. I don't think at first they put it out.
Well, no, our schedule was even without COVID was the last one to come out every year. So
Penn State has Rutgers first, January 16th. Then
I'm predicting a win for the boys in blue on that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
MSU 124. They have a try-me Indiana Northwestern.
I was actually talking about this today. MSU, not a bad dual meet team this year. They have some studs. Yeah, they have some studs.
I haven't gone through the lineup, but I
was talking with one of the guys today, and even with just Cam Caffey and Rayvon Foley coming back, those guys are both good. Those are two studs already just to get your team together, and then they have a lot of other guys that they'll be able to fill in that'll be able to win matches. So.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good duel. After that, Penn State has Indiana, Northwestern. Yeah, I mean, the big thing that jumps out to me is Iowa the 12th and then Ohio State the 19th. That's going to be a fun week.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. It really doesn't.
No, Iowa at home. The only thing that stinks this year about all these events is no fans. Like Penn State said officially, like we can't have fans at any of the events.
So I think that Iowa away is, I don't know. I like wrestling Iowa away at Carver.
Because you like playing the spoiler card.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Exactly. Yeah. Like but would you rather wrestle home or away if there's no fans?
I guess home, so you don't have to go anywhere.
That's always like the big caveat I hear people say is like, what's the best part of like being able to compete at home? Sleeping in my own bed.
Yeah.
Not sleeping in a hotel bed.
Yeah. It's way, way, way better. And just training in your own facilities and everything too. Just leading up to the match.
Yeah.
Cut and all that. I'm
surprised that they didn't. Big Ten doesn't necessarily do everything right, to say the least, but I was surprised that there's so many teams that like I would have figured everybody's wrestling anybody or everybody's wrestling everybody because it's only like in conference, but there's still like 4 teams everybody's not wrestling. Like for Penn State, it's Illinois, Minnesota, Nebraska, Purdue.
Oh, that's fine.
I would have thought, but it's only like I think there's only like 9 dual meets.
Wait, which ones did you say? Did you say Minnesota?
Yeah.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer.
Yeah, and this is Gable's final year, so that would have been if you would have got Kirk and Gable in a duel. That would have been a fun one.
We'll see him at Big Tens and Nationals probably.
Yeah,
we'll see if.
By the way,
Gable and Greg get there.
But I hear NCAA's as the term so often that every time I hear the term nationals, the only thing I can ever think about is I forgot who said it. Maybe it was Lesiak. Somebody said it to Gilman, like, see you in nationals. And Gilman like threw a line like, you don't want to see me anywhere. I forgot what the back and forth was.
No, that was and that was with Piccinini. And
Piccinini, that's right.
I love Pitch. But I think see you at the Nationals is so corny. No, man, you don't want to see me. You don't want to see me anywhere.
Right. That was one of the quintessential Gilman Iowa lines. Mm-hmm. And every time I hear the word nationals, instantly that's what comes to my mind. Every time. See you at nationals. You don't want to see me anywhere.
We're confirming that it's nationals, right? You say you go wrestle at nationals.
I think as a wrestler, you say that. As a fan, you say NCAAs, I think.
Okay. Well, no, because I always get on Coach Kale because Coach Kale believes that you win state in high school.
No, it's states.
Yeah, it's states. Why would it be nationals but state? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it's states.
Yeah.
States.
We're not gonna get into that, but like.
No, but we did. We declared it. Nationals, states. That's it.
Yeah. Why would one have an S and one not?
Yeah. So condensed Big Ten season, but it's here. Thank God, finally. And then we roll right into Big Tens and NCAAs, which it's going to be an interesting year. You know, I had media credentials last year for both, for 2020. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm hoping to go again this year as media. But
if you can get me a media pass, then I'll go too.
Yeah, done. You're the co-host. Right, cool. You got to get it.
Cool. I like that.
So it's interesting, though, because like for this year, I think NCAAs is like the 16th through 18th or something. Whatever that Saturday is, I have a wedding in Miami the next day, the 19th.
Okay.
So, and we're supposed to move into the new house in February. So March is going to be chaos.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah. What I'm thinking about, though, is like, I haven't booked anything yet. I'm curious at what's going to happen. Like for NCAAs, one of the reasons I've gone every year for like 6 or 7 years, I think now. The crowd makes it so fun. Like you get to run into everybody. Yeah. Anybody who's anybody in wrestling is at NCAAs. It's the same people just about every year. You run into the craziest guys. I can't think of his name, but I think you know him because I think you tweeted about him. But he was in Pittsburgh, like running around, and we ran into him. He's a big North Carolina guy. Uncle something, you called him.
Oh, Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony. So, like,
Uncle Tony.
I met him when the NCAAs were in Pittsburgh. And he's just like, he's such a character. And I never see him
Uncle Tony,
until the next year at NCAAs. So, like, I'm curious at, like, what's this year going to be like? Like, I might just go Friday, Saturday. Normally I go on Wednesday.
Uncle Tony might not be there this year.
Right. Most people aren't going to be able to.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be different. It'll definitely feel different as an athlete.
And my sister-in-law's wedding is actually the Friday of Big Tens. So I think I'm going to have to go to the wedding Friday, and then I'm going to come down to Penn State Saturday morning for the second day of Big Tens. But this no fans is going to be interesting this year.
I know. I'm going to try to find a way to go to Big Tens too. Big Tens is a riot.
The co-host of Baschamania.
Big Tens is one of the coolest tournaments of the year. Yeah, it might be better than NCAA. It's just like all together. I don't know. It's like
last year was actually my first. I always go to NCAAs. Last year was my first year going to Big Tens. It was rowdy.
Big Tens is crazy.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting like right at press row, and I was doing a bunch of stuff. Like I was trying to, some of the athletes I was trying to help with content a little bit. Even the senior level guys, it's just like, it's a long story, like background photography, everything else. But I'm also doing a lot of stuff for Baschamania. Like I'm putting stuff out and trying to keep fans updated. And I remember I'm sitting at press row with my laptop. And I want to say you just got done wrestling. It was on the mat closest to like where the overhang is, like where the concessions are. It was on that first mat. I'm sitting there and Cal walks by. And he did a double take because I hadn't seen him yet at the tournament. It was like maybe like the first round or something. He walks over, does a double take. He goes, "What are you doing here?" And he just kept walking. Then I was talking a little bit later, but yeah, man, Big Ten's is such a fun tournament. We're gonna definitely have to get you in there. I mean, at Penn State, you should have an issue because you can put on a staff shirt and get in.
Probably.
You got to help with breakdown.
Not probably, possibly. We'll see.
Possibly. I mean, they're going to need guys to help.
Yeah, they probably will.
So Big Ten's NCAA's, well, we're going to have to get you to St. Louis. Sneak on the plane or the bus. Might be a bus this year with COVID. And then we'll get you in somehow.
Yeah, NCAA's as a spectator is going to be a little different. But I'm excited.
Are you ready for that because you didn't get NCAA's last year as a senior?
No, I'm not ready.
Do you think you're going to get like punched in the face by the emotion of it all?
Will I be better while I'm watching it? Yes, I will be better. Am I going to root for the Penn State guys? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I like watching good wrestling too. I appreciate watching good wrestling, so I'm excited for the whole college season to be happening.
The other thing too, hopefully is that, in the article I put out this morning, I talked about the fact that this year, while college wrestling is going on, there's hopefully going to be a lot of domestic senior level events.
There should be.
Because like Mateo Pellicone, which is normally in January, got pushed back to March 7th. Yeah. So that's no longer in January. The Urigan's canceled. Usar Dogu is canceled. All the international stuff has been canceled. Yeah. There is like a Grand Prix in France, which I've heard a couple of guys are going rogue and going to.
We're thinking about sending guys, but I haven't really talked to anybody recently, so I don't know.
Yeah. So there's a couple things, but I think you're going to have some domestic events. I don't know if USA Wrestling is going to put something together. Like, I haven't heard anything about a Bill Farrell, which normally happens this time of year. I'm hoping, again, as a fan, hope we can at least get some of those events. But
it would be good. It would be good for guys like me to get some more freestyle tournament experience and just to be able to go out and compete.
Yeah, and I'm as of now, I think there's nothing but the last chance in the Olympic trials and the world team trials as like announced events. So hopefully we start getting some, I don't know, Farrell type events or
something like that.
Yeah. But you're also going to hopefully be competing around the time NCAA's is going on. So maybe that.
Oh yeah. That's the plan. That's what we're hoping for.
That bitterness will hopefully turn into some competitive itch and just.
Yeah. If I'm wrestling at like the exact same time as the NCAAs are going on, then yeah. But like.
They probably won't schedule anything that week. The next week is when I anticipate a match or like an event.
And I don't know with the card, especially with college wrestling season coming. I'm sure those will have to be dialed back a little bit.
Yeah,
we probably won't be able to, not just our club, but probably every club, because a lot of the guys that we're getting to wrestle are college guys. So it's going to be hard to do college season and then go compete on a card. They're probably not going to do that. Yeah,
I'm assuming the college guys are now out.
They're probably done. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what happens, except for the Ivy League guys, because they obviously have no season. But speaking of these cards, we do have a couple, so we'll talk about a few of them, and then we'll get at least one guest on. We got a guest. May or may not be one of the guys we're wearing a shirt over. So tomorrow, Mob and Media, which I had explained to you what that was. I think it's...
Didn't know what Mob and Media was.
I think it's.
I'm still not 100% sure.
I'm not either. It says Mobbin, so I'm assuming Ashnalt's involved. Eleazar DeLuca called me about it. They want a little help and guidance on the web side of things.
I have the matches pulled up right here, actually.
Cincinnati just scored a touchdown. It's 21-10. Not looking good for Georgia.
I'm cool with that. I like that.
But yeah, some good matches. I mean, this is definitely a Jersey card. This is a card that any Rutgers fan is going to love. Sebastian Rivera is back, wrestling Shelton Mack. Sammy the Bull Alvarez, I believe they call him, is on the card. Lee Zach is wrestling. He'll be wrestling. Man. Lee Zach's wrestling the 2nd and the next Saturday as well on the Flow card.
Man.
What matches stick out to you on here?
I mean, Gant and Marsteller is going to be fun. To be completely honest, I have no idea who Jakara Winchester is wrestling, but I like
She's lights out anytime she steps on the mat, so that one's probably going to be a good one.
that.
I don't
That's
know
what
who that is either.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
no disrespect or anything like that. Jakara Winchester is freaking awesome. So she's
she's a stud, and she's training with a
she's-
lot of the good ones.
She's a tough out, no matter who you are.
right.
Yeah, Gant Marsteller is gonna be interesting. You said Rivera. I've been watching Shelton Mack wrestle since I was a kid.
What do you think the outcome of that match is?
He went to Pitt. I think Rivera's good.
You think he has any rust? He hasn't wrestled in a while.
If he does, it'll wear off pretty quick. I'm gonna go with Rivera. Roman. I mean, Shelton just wrestled pretty well against Cole Matthews on the Pitt card, but Roman kind of picked him apart a little bit. So I'm gonna go with Rivera. Yeah.
I got Rivera too on that one.
Yeah, Mob and Media. This card's fine. I'll probably watch it because I have a Rockfin account.
Yeah.
And it's wrestling. So
this is the kind of duel we keep talking about. Would I sign up because I see this? Probably not. But because I have a membership, will I watch it? 100%.
Absolutely.
Like, it'll be on the TV.
I don't know. For $10, like, this isn't a terrible card. Like I said, like I would consider,
no, you're right. You know what? I take
I would
that back.
consider getting this
Yeah,
one.
you're right.
Like, I definitely would. It's like, don't get me wrong, no NLWC card, right?
Correct. But now that I think about it, like, it's $9.99.
Right.
Like 100%, this is worth that. Like, to watch like 3 of these matches, I'd pay $10 for it.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah, I'll probably be tuned in. It's just, I don't know. It's tomorrow. It's my dad's birthday, so
happy birthday, Papa CENZO.
Yeah, happy birthday, Big Vic.
Thanks for hooking CENZO up for Christmas.
Yeah, got me some new podcast stuff. So big shout out there to the parents.
So fun card tomorrow night, and then another card. We actually got 2 cards in the rest of the week. We have Spartan Combat versus Tar Heel Wrestling Club on the 8th on Flow Wrestling. Yeah, kind of. So, and I tweeted about this. So I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. That card was likely supposed to be on Rockfin. It was going to be on Spartan Combat's Twitch channel and the Tar Heel Wrestling Club Rockfin channel. Flow, in the battle they're in, Flow came in, offered them enough money to put it on Flow.
No harm, no foul, right?
No,
if they're going to pay for it. That's cool.
Correct. It's more money that they were going to make prior. And I'll tell you the numbers offline because I know them. It's more money they were going to make. So it's like, great. The club's getting more money. The athletes are getting more money. You love to see it.
I have no problem with Flow stepping in and hosting events, taking events.
100%.
It's just whenever they don't pay out and whenever they make the event more so about Flow Wrestling than the event themselves, that's the only time that I'm like, all right, let's do this a different way, which I think they've been doing a much better job with that. I think the card on the 9th is going to kill it. I really do.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that one in 1 minute. What are your thoughts on there's not too many matches on the Spartan card announced. There's like 4 so far. Dake McFadden. I like McFadden. He's a good guy. I was surprised to see Dake not step up and wrestle someone like.
I'm not.
Really?
Nah, I mean, like,
Dake
that sounds about right.
It seems on the surface that Dake wants to wrestle the absolute best. He wrestled Chamizo, but
I think he wants to wrestle, the best guys like Chamizo and JB and stuff like that. And then he'll probably wrestle Dave, Evan Wick.
I want to see
good guys like that, but maybe not like the Martinez type guys.
The CENZOs, the Nolfs, the Imars. That's what I want to see. I don't think that McFadden's a great opponent. He's a tough kid. But first of all, I'd go 74 kilos, like a 74 kilo opponent if I'm Dake. Like McFadden's.
What weight are they wrestling this at?
I don't know what they're wrestling at.
79-ish.
But I know Dake's going 74 this year. McFadden's going 86 this year. McFadden's a true 79 kilo guy, but
he's gonna bring it though.
Yeah,
he's not gonna back down. He's a tough guy. He's gonna wrestle him tough.
No, I want to see Jersey swag.
Yeah, I want to see what he can do.
Same.
He's not just gonna back down and run away from him. So.
And we got Yanni Austin O'Connor. No disrespect to Austin, but I think Yanni's gonna win by a mile.
I think Austin O'Connor is a lot better than the credit he gets. He's a pretty scrappy wrestler, but Yanni's Yanni. I mean,
Yeah.
he's really, really tricky and hard to score on, and he's really good at scoring also. So, like,
Yeah.
there's not much you can say about that.
No, for sure. Gabe Dean, Mike Macchiavello. That's going to be a great match. Spoiler alert: we may or may not have Mike Mock coming on in a few minutes. I cannot wait for this match. Mock looked awesome at the RTC Cup.
He's getting better and better.
Yeah. And Dean, looked good. He came out of retirement like a grizzly bear and just started dominating people.
He really has, man. And he just appears to be really loving it too. So
he's having fun.
If anything, that's just gonna up his game, if anything.
Yeah, and I have like an instant respect for any wrestler who does a podcast. And he started a podcast last year during quarantine, and now he's bringing it back like season 2, calling it The Comeback. So I respect that. I like Dean.
Oh, Gabe Dean does. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's got a podcast called The Dean's List. And
wow.
Not even just
I probably won't get on that.
It's not even just wrestling. He talks to a lot of good people.
Cool. I like that.
But who do you think wins that match?
Putting me on the spot here. I'm wearing a Mike Macchiavello t-shirt.
I know that's why I'm asking.
Mock's about to come on the show. I'm gonna go with a draw. No, I think. Look, on full honesty, I think Gabe Dean gets them by a takedown.
Okay, I like that, and I'm gonna tell Mike that like he needs to like step it up. Like
I could see like a 6-4 type match or something.
I think definitely Gabe Dean is the favorite in the match, but I 100% think Mike Mock can get it done.
He can. Oh yeah, Mock can definitely win.
Yeah,
that. I mean, he's a good wrestler. He just pulls through. He pushes hard.
Yeah.
That's really
he's just an animal. He's just like he's got that animal grit. Like I'm not going to give up. And
straight grit.
Yeah. Vito's on the card, but they haven't announced an opponent. Somebody commented on my Instagram, and said Tony Ramos. I said Big Tony can't get down to 57 of his life depended on it.
That would be a great match.
But
Tony Ramos, where you at, man? Let's go.
Tony, cut the weight. Big Tony.
I bet Vito would come up and see him at 61 too or something like that. So
yeah, Vito's a competitor. He'll scrap.
Oh yeah.
Excited to see the rest of that match. Undercard, more matches are being announced on that. Real quick, and then we'll get Mike Mock on January 9th. Flow. This is a killer card.
Oh yeah.
Burroughs Taylor, we've talked about. Mensa Stock Adeline, we've talked about. I think Stock gets it done. I think she's just on an absolute tear. I think she does it. It's hard to pick against Adeline Gray. That's kind of wild. It is. It's a wild thing to pick against. She's what, a 5-time world champ, something like that, or I can't even remember right now. But I mean, she's just incredible. But I don't know. I feel like It's going to be interesting. I'm picking the upset. A couple of the matches were announced though. Jaden Cox, Hayden Zilmer. They wrestled at Final X, I think. It wasn't close. Jaden.
Yeah, I don't like.
I think Jaden's gonna.
Hayden Zilmer's a good wrestler too. Jaden's just Jaden, so
yeah,
that's just.
And I
think a different animal.
I think at Final X they wrestled at 92 kilos, and if they're up now at 97, which it looks like, Jaden's just going to be even stronger. I see that one going Jaden's way completely. Nashon Garrett, Joey McKenna. What do you think of this one?
I wonder how big Nashon is. If Nashon can handle the size, this should be a really fun match.
Yeah.
A lot of good movement from both these guys. Man, oh man. I think Joey probably gets him. Just, sheer size and power. But Nashon's tricky. If you have to get to both his legs. If you don't get to his legs when you shoot too, that's when the problems come, because he's really, really good at reattacking and getting corners and stuff.
And Nashon's been training with James Green, who's been pretty explosive. So I'm curious to see what that impact is.
Both are very explosive.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what that impact. When you take explosive, add in some more explosiveness. But Joey comes ready to scrap when he wrestles. He doesn't.
Oh yeah,
he comes ready to go. And speaking of James Green, James is wrestling Pat Lugo. I think this is
super
gonna be
super interesting matchup. Lugo,
You thought Lugo was gonna beat Bajrang. Like you're high on Lugo.
I said he was gonna give him a match.
Yeah. Yep.
Lugo's really good at tying guys up and holding and keeping good position and just controlling guys and tie-ups. And I think he's gonna give James Green fits there. This is not gonna be a blowout or anything by any means.
No, I agree.
I could see Lugo getting a because he's a gas tank too. He doesn't get tired.
Yeah.
And he's freaking tough. I mean,
do you think he'll get laced by the self-proclaimed laced man?
No, I don't think Lugo's getting laced. No.
What is the prop bet on Lugo getting laced by James Green? What's the line on that prop bet?
It's going to be plus like a couple hundred at least. Like, I don't think he's getting laced.
It's going to be interesting. That's a bold prediction. That's your bold prediction of the week. Lugo does not get laced by James Green.
I don't think that's that bold. Getting laced is like I feel like
Green looks for it a lot. Like he goes for the takedown to the lace. Like, and he's got a very good transition. So if he goes for the takedown, he's going for the lace. That's why I think it's probability.
He's not going to lace him.
Okay, that's an interesting take.
He won't lace him. I feel like it's kind of bold to just go out and say like, yeah, this person's going to leg lace him, even if they're really good at it.
I don't necessarily think like it's a given. I just had to.
Could he get one? Yeah, he could get one. I don't think.
But it's like, I don't know. It's like is somebody going to hit their go-to move? That's the way I look at it. Like that's his go-to move. Will they get to their go-to move? I guess that's the train of thought.
Well, for James Green, low shots to a lace is definitely a great game plan against Pat Lugo, but just you got to clear his underhooks and his tie-ups. So,
yeah, I agree. We got a women's match. Emily Shilson, who I think is a stud. I think she's going to be a rising star against Erin Golston, who I think just signed with the Wisconsin RTC. If I remember that correctly. I think it's going to be a good match. I can't remember what match I saw Shilson wrestle that I'm like, I mean, she's got some world level success too, I think, either on the cadet or junior level. I think she's a cadet world champ.
I'm not going to pretend I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's a cadet world champ. I think I want to have one of these younger women on the podcast that, like, I've had some of the more like accomplished, like I've had Helen and Allie and Victoria Anthony, and I've had like that first real generation that came through and kind of like set the standard. And
yeah, they're paving the way for all these younger girls. Yeah.
And now this next generation is like about to come through, and I think they're going to do some really cool stuff. So we'll have to have some on soon. They had a 74.
I think they're doing. It's just. I'm sorry, I lost you there.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was just saying. I think that. Just to go back to what you said, that they're really just kind of paving the way for the younger girls. I just like me personally, I need to do a better job following along. I'm just starting to kind of learn about like high school, like wrestling through M2 and stuff like that too. I didn't know like any high school kids like 2 months ago. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to learn more, about the women and everything also. It's just.
Yeah, I haven't followed high school wrestling too much. I've been starting to really pay attention to the women's freestyle scene, which is how I know of Emily, being a cadet world champ. Like I've started to follow the storylines. And as I have more women on the podcast, I start looking into their careers. So I start learning about their opponents and who they beat. And, that's where having this podcast has been awesome to get to know people. And because as you dive into someone's career, it just keeps branching out.
Yeah.
They had a 74 kilo match. It got canceled because 2 guys got injured or COVID or whatever. So Pantelio's wrestling again, but no opponent for him yet.
So it was what? Tyler Berger and Evan Wick
initially.
And then Berger
Wick. Berger got out first.
Then
it was Pantelio stepping in to wrestle Wick. And then I think Wick was out. And now they need an opponent for Pantelio. I know you're not 100% ready to get out there yet. I tweeted Jason Nolf and said, "What are you doing, Nolf?" But he was busy catching rats in his house.
Oh yeah, he was telling me all about that too.
Oh, you didn't see the Instagram live? It was an Instagram live.
Oh, it was an Instagram live.
Maddie went live. They got the mouse or rat out of the dryer vent, and then Nolf killed it with a bottle of bleach. Savage death. Just
Messed up, man.
and their cat hid behind the dryer.
Yeah, Jordan's hiding.
Yeah. But that's gonna be a good event. I'm excited to see. They added let me look it up.
Why don't they get Jo to go wrestle Pantaleo?
What's the size difference there?
They just wrestled. I don't know.
Did they?
Pantaleo.
Oh, that's
just beat
right.
him.
In the
Yeah.
150-pound bracket. Yeah, they should run that match back.
Yeah, why don't they run it back?
Yeah, Jo hasn't wrestled since then. Let's go, Jordan. You listening to this?
It's
Get
been
back
like
out there.
It's been like 2.5 weeks.
Seth Gross was actually also added to the card, I believe. Seth and Bryce, those two just don't stop.
They're wrestling each other?
No. I'm saying they just added Seth Gross and Zane Richards, I believe. That match got added. Gross and Bryce are two guys that I just keep seeing everywhere. And now Pantaleo the last month. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, there's going to be some more matches they said added, so we'll see. I don't know. I just love all these duels. And then the 8th and 9th, and then the next week, Big Ten wrestling. Penn State wrestling.
Let's
Big
go.
Ten wrestling is like.
No, I can watch most Big Ten wrestling. I'll tune into most of it. It's just such a different feel. It's like a different atmosphere.
And you've yet to
know.
consume a Penn State event not competing. Since you've graduated.
Yeah. Correct.
NLWC events, yeah, but I'm saying Penn State, you haven't consumed an event.
I haven't been able to go be a fan yet. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, and I think I can't wait to get your reaction when you start watching as a fan. And look at this guy.
It'll probably be this. I've been a fan of all my teammates, so
Hold on. Oh, my guy's rocking the gear. Let's go.
You like that?
Wow. My guy.
You like that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure can.
Got you.
It just came in the other day, and I was like, oh man, whenever we record on New Year's Day, I gotta wear my mock shirt. Didn't even plan this actually. So,
No.
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
didn't even plan it.
I got to get mine. I went to order. Dude, I'm terrible at checking out online. I went to order a couple stuff for my wife and I on the Barstool Sports for the Barstool Fund, and I've got 4 hoodies in my car. I got to check out there too. I like that white one. The styles are just sick.
Which one? The cream white, the t-shirt or the
cream white, the sweater.
Yeah. So the cream white sweater, they sold out of the adult smalls on the first day. Which
You got large though left, right?
Yep, got larges.
Right. A lot of small people like this.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna get a large for sure. Mike Mock,
Wonder why
how are
that
you,
is.
man? We were talking about
I'm good, man.
you after the RTC Cup. You had a thriller of a match, a couple good matches. You launched some apparel, man. You're just doing good.
Just killing it.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to continue to learn more about, this brand building type stuff and how to monetize my brand and myself as an athlete, because the window's short, man. So
Wrestlers don't realize that, man.
Man, it's so important. And I'm actually reading a book right now called The Making of the $1 Billion Athlete by and it's on LeBron James. And it's
the second best basketball player of all time.
Who's your number one?
Jordan's the GOAT. What are you talking about?
I gotta agree.
Honestly,
Jordan's the greatest of all time. Jordan's just here's Jordan, here's LeBron.
Okay. Making $1 billion. And I'm not bashing LeBron James. I just said the second greatest basketball player of all time. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's still a good compliment.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
That's really good. But
That's pretty
what
good.
I like? You know what I like about LeBron
What's that?
the most is what he does outside of basketball.
What he does within the community and everything. Yeah. He's a
right.
good
What
guy.
he's involved in
Mhm.
off the court, like the I Promise School, and then they just started this thing where they're doing housing for the I Promise School because they realized, okay, we want to help right? Empower the children in those specific areas, right? That it's not just the classroom. There's so many variables outside of the classroom that affect a child's ability to learn, pay attention, focus, whatever it is, right? And so, giving them housing so they don't have to worry about lights getting cut off or having food, stuff like that. And so, like, they're working on building an apartment building, I think. I got to go back and read up on it, but an entire like housing development for the I Promise School. And for
what does this make you want to do when you read it? I'm curious.
That's what's up.
Man,
Makes you want to build a school.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. Like, how awesome is that?
Makes you want to at least just give back, right?
Yeah, in some capacity, and obviously, like, you can do a lot more when you have a platform of that size, and you have a profile of that magnitude, and you have the type of like money that can really. I mean, I don't have money to start a school. I'm trying to save money to put a down payment on the house. So it's
me too, man.
But they say that, like, they say that when you make a lot of money, a lot of it doesn't change your habits. It amplifies them. So if you give, you're going to probably give more. Like winning the lottery, everybody says like, oh, I do things different when the lottery. Studies have shown if you give a lot before, you'll give a lot after. If you don't, you won't. Like those habits carry over. So the things you do small will carry over large. You don't need a lot of money. You can take the principles of giving back and still apply them.
Yeah, Mock.
Yeah, very true.
Speaking of giving back, you're cornering your boy tomorrow. We were just talking about the match, Tommy versus Chance.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that match?
Yeah. Yep. So I think Tommy's got it, man. I think.
Like the score.
And obviously, I'm biased. Right.
What's the score?
So I just want to start by saying I like Chance Marsteller. I think Chance Marsteller is a
you gotta
10-0.
Yeah, you gotta preface it a little bit.
And I've been on a couple overseas trips with him, and
Make sure you pad that cradle, bud.
Yes, but I think Tommy can. I think 10-0. Not even if it's not 10-0, like Chance. I think Chance is gonna score, but I think Tommy, especially the second period, is gonna start like building the lead.
What if I told you that I think Marsteller is going to win 10-0? What if I told you that?
I would laugh.
That's not what I think, but
that's not his prediction.
That's not my prediction, but
yeah,
you would just laugh.
Yeah, I mean, when has Tommy Gant ever gotten technical?
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Only because Chenzo hasn't wrestled them yet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So, Mike,
that could be it.
we're gonna have to get that on a card soon. But you're wrestling Gabe Dean now. I saw next week. What was that? How'd you get that going?
So they had just asked me about it. I didn't even know. I was like, yeah, absolutely. So, I'm in a place right now, man, mentally, where it's like I want all the smoke. I want to wrestle as much as I can, and I'll wrestle against whoever. Was hoping to wrestle a match against Kirkland on the 22nd.
Why? Why? Oh, I'm getting cut off back here.
We're getting some connection issues.
Why?
Yeah, why? He's gigantic.
Why did I want to wrestle Greg?
Yeah. You going up to heavyweight?
So I guess I'd ask. Not going up to heavyweight. But I'll wrestle anybody at heavyweight. I'll wrestle anybody at 86 kilos, anybody at 97 kilos, and I'll wrestle anybody at heavyweight.
Well, I'll wrestle heavyweights too because they're slow, but that one isn't slow.
No, he's not slow.
Yeah. that would have been fun. That's why it would have been fun.
But his grip is dumb strong, by the way.
Yeah. Well, you want to hear something funny? Gable came on here and he wouldn't even say his name.
I actually would listen to that podcast.
Gable wouldn't even say Greg's name. That's crazy.
Yeah. Greg's my guy though, man. He's like a sibling, I'll catch up with him, check up on him and sometimes. And so pretty much I had asked if they would let me wrestle Snyder or Bo, which obviously Snyder was wrestling Walls. Bo, they told Pat was hurt, and I think or either that, or he's got, he was busy. He was getting married, traveling. Got a whole lot going on.
Bunch of BS.
I think he was on his honeymoon during the card. I
bunch
think.
of BS.
Yeah. He was on his honeymoon.
Whatever.
And I don't even know if they even asked him. I think they were just like, no. And then Pat asked them, what about Kurt Flitt? And they were like, would Mock want to wrestle heavyweight? And then Pat goes, he wrestled Don Bradley last weekend.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
And everybody thought Bradley was gonna destroy you, and you came out not so quick.
Yeah, and I mean, he's definitely strong. He caught me off guard with that quarter step and that really nice shot, and I realized, oh, he's a lot faster than I thought he was.
Tom can move a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but what I knew going into that match was just he doesn't really hit a knee a whole lot. It's he's super explosive, super strong, but for me, I like my counter offense, and I like when people are creating action.
Me too.
And taking shots. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I was getting a call from Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony.
Yo, how about that?
We were just talking about him.
Can we throw Uncle Tony in here, man?
We're gonna have to get him on soon.
Yeah, tell him Uncle Tony, what's up? And we are. I wonder if they'll say hello. Hold on, they just put him on speaker.
I got mocked.
But I can hear.
So
I can hear him.
Yo, oh my God.
Yo, what's up?
Hold on.
You're with the whole squad right now.
We're gonna practice at 6:30. I texted
Yeah, pretty much. So we're driving down now.
Okay.
Just left New York. What was I gonna say though? I was talking counter offense. So I knew it was going to be really hard for me to score on Dom if he's not hitting a knee, right? I knew it was going to be hard to get in on him just because, he's real strong. He's pretty compact. And then I was hoping, I'm going to wrestle somebody at heavyweight. I wanted to wrestle somebody at heavyweight at RTC Cup. I told Pat the week before just because I was curious and I thought it would be fun. And when I went out there the rest of the time, I was like, man, I just realized afterwards, I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to have a whole lot of counter offense on him. So I'm going to be real limited. And so, I tried my best and then obviously didn't get to a leg and I ended up losing 2-1.
Hey, you want to speak to Uncle Tony on the podcast? You want to throw him on? Hey,
Uncle Tony on.
Hey, Uncle Tony, Mock's on a podcast.
Tell him it's CENZO and Justin Basch.
It's CENZO and Justin Basch. Say what's up.
Yeah, Uncle Tony, what up? What's up, Uncle Tony?
No, CENZO, you there?
Yeah, what's up, my man?
They don't hear me.
Yeah, they hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, he can hear you.
This is crazy. Yo, what's up?
He can't respond because it's
I don't know.
Oh, because the headphones. Mike's.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Justin, it's the Baschamania podcast.
We got to get Mike
we want to get him on our podcast. Who we want to get on his podcast?
No, I'm on with them right now.
They're not in the car. That's why Mock didn't answer. But they just want to say hi. They just want to say hi.
Hi.
Who is it? CENZO, who else? Wish them a happy
That's
New Year,
all.
brother.
He says, wish you guys a happy new year and that he loves you guys.
Hey, yeah, we could hear. Happy New Year, Uncle Tony.
They said, happy new year, Uncle Tony.
Stay positive and happy New Year, Uncle Tony says.
We got it.
That's my guy. CENZO and who?
Justin Basch.
Okay, good. Yo, I gotta get the check on Richie's show anyway when I get the check. Man, I gotta speak to him. Yo,
We'll get it.
See if you can track down my
Yo, Mock. All right. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna change it up real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change up pace
Go ahead,
real quick.
switch it up,
So
switch it up.
back to
Yeah,
RTC.
I'm
Back
ready
to
for it.
RTC Cup.
All right, yeah.
All right.
I'll play a little bit.
I tweeted at you and said you were sicko. By the way, your match with Colin Moore.
Yeah, appreciate
Your
that.
match with Colin Moore. That was sick because just you had the flurry at the end. You needed a takedown and a turn, right? Short time, you got it. And in those positions, it's never really a clean takedown to a turn. And it just kind of you looked like you were just I'm gonna grab whatever I can freaking grab and I'm gonna let it rip.
animal grit.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it rip. So what's your just mindset late match you're in a scenario like that?
Find a way.
Just find a way.
Just find a way. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't have to be pretty, but create some sort of action that'll give me an opportunity to score, right? The single leg that I shot, that he tried to counter and do that outside step dunk on.
Mhm.
It wasn't even a good shot, and I knew it wasn't going to be a great shot going in, but I just had to do something, right? I can't just sit in front of him and just hand fight.
Right.
And and so like I wanted to create some sort of action. So I was like, all right, well, let me see if I get this thing. If I get to it, awesome. Worst case scenario, though, it creates some sort of action, right? There's movement, and I'm not stuck in the time. We're not ear to ear. And so I took the single leg shot, hoping that it would create some sort of action, or hoping that I would get in on the leg and find a way to finish. And it ended up, he tried to counter, do the duck that he does to his left side,
Right.
and I was able to counter that to a score. And then once I got there, I was like, all right, I got to get a turn. I really thought I was going to get a gut, and he did a good job defending the lock. And so I went straight to lace. And at that point, I don't even know if I had my hand threaded all the way through completely. I was just like, I got to run it. I got to run it. And
You just yeah.
yeah, just go. Don't wait. So, and then ended up getting the turn. So
That's what's up. Yeah, no, that was sweet. It was just like time was ticking down. We were getting to that 0.
Yeah.
And I was watching. I was like, oh, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He got it. It was kind of perfect.
You
So,
can't ever count Mock out. You just can't.
no.
And that's why we were just talking about you and Gabe Dean wrestling. And it's like, we're trying to predict the match, and
It's
Gabe
hard.
Dean's looked awesome. You've looked awesome.
Yeah.
Like, what's your perspective going into that match?
I feel very confident.
10-0
And
confident?
10-0 confident.
I mean, why not, right? Like, that's the plan. Like, I'm gonna try my hardest to 10-0 him. If it happens, great. If not, you just roll with the punches, and however the match plays out, it plays out. I'm not gonna hold on to this. Oh, if I'm frustrated if the score's 1-0 or 2-0 in the second period and there's a minute left, and now I'm upset with myself because it's not 10-0. No, the goal, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to try and score a tech fall. But, everything doesn't always go as planned, and you got to be able to adjust, and you got to be mentally prepared for whatever. And so really that's what I'm confident, and I'm mentally prepared for whatever. So
What are you gonna eat before you wrestle?
maybe some tamales and a couple enchiladas. Just kidding. No,
I like
I'm just
that.
kidding.
See, I go with the meatball sub. So like,
Meatball sub's good.
Yeah, I
Maybe
get
a
it,
little-
yeah.
Maybe a Mountain Dew too.
yeah, a
Just
couple
kidding.
of the.
Shout out to the Hidley brothers. Those guys
Mm.
love their Mountain Dew.
I love their hoagies and their Mountain Dew, man.
Yeah. No, I'll probably some chicken, rice, vegetables for breakfast. Probably some eggs. Keep it basic.
Keep it basic. Keep it simple.
Will you
Yeah, for
have
sure.
coffee before you wrestle?
Have to.
Because this is coffee talk. Will you have coffee?
Yeah, I'll have coffee talk.
You'll
Just
have a coffee
because-
talk.
This week. So I'm not really much of a coffee guy.
What about
Oh, then
pre-workout? Because I'm hooked, and Chenzo's making me commit today to less pre-workout and more coffee in 2021.
It's funny. It's good though.
Are you a pre-workout guy?
Not really, to be honest.
So what do you do before you practice? You just
It's not good for you.
turn music on and go?
Warm up.
Just
I take a long time warming up.
I don't know how
try and
anybody
break the
does it.
sweat. Yeah. I don't drink coffee. I don't take pre-workout. I do take post-workout stuff though. Recovery.
Yeah.
You don't drink coffee. That's interesting. No caffeine.
I'll dabble in it occasionally, but
Did you
It's
see
not
the
a-
stupidity that
like
Tom
that.
Brady was talked about last week, where he wakes up at 4:15, he leaves the house at 4:20, and he has his first sip of coffee at 8. What do you do for
What?
3.5 hours before you drink your coffee?
Sometimes
Oh
you
my
gotta let the body wake up a little bit before you put the caffeine in.
I mean, he's like out of bed at 4:11, whatever it was, and out of the house at 4:20. That's a tight window to just get up and go. And I'm a morning person, but that's a tight window.
That is a tight window.
What
That's
you think he brushes his teeth and everything? What if he don't brush his teeth?
I don't know. That's a tight window, dude. 9 minutes.
It's hard to get everything
Does he
done.
kiss
that
his
easy.
wife good morning?
He kisses his kids for sure.
Does he call Belichick and say, "Ha, we made the playoffs. You did it." All right, Mock. Do you have any other after this match? Do you have anything on the schedule? I know everybody's kind of up in the air right now. Do you have anything planned?
No, I got asked to wrestle Jaden Cox on the Flow card on the 9th, but I had the match against Dean.
Yeah.
And I actually told him, I was like, frick, I would love to have obviously both matches, but I said, what about flying out the next day? LOL. And then he said, well, we'd be concerned about flights being delayed and flights getting there on time, but I'll get back to you. I said, okay, thanks. And then they never
Was
got
that
back.
on Twitter? I vaguely recall seeing that.
I mentioned something about it
Did
on
Casper
Twitter.
call you out and you said you
Yeah,
would
he
have?
did.
That's why.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
Casper. I got the Casper mania on.
Yeah, the Baschamania.
But, I saw Casper calling you out. Like, what are you afraid to wrestle? You're like, nah, I'll take a
Yeah.
flight and wrestle the next day. I don't care.
Yeah. So Matt Bowlesby from Flow is actually the one who texted me and asked me. And so
That's
I
dude
was
who
like,
texted me too.
yeah. And so I was like, oh,
Was that
yeah.
Chenzo?
that makes
So
sense.
that's the dude who's texting me too.
Can I elaborate on that?
Who
Were you
is
supposed to
that?
wrestle on that?
Yeah, they asked me to wrestle on the 9th. I
Nice.
just wasn't
Didn't
not
wanna do
ready.
it.
Not
Yeah.
ready yet. Not ready
Yeah.
yet.
I feel
Been
you.
off the mat for a while, so
Yeah.
hopefully end of the month, we're ready to rock.
Nice, man.
If you want
what's-
to get some weight off, I'll put some weight on.
You guys can meet in the middle, right?
Yeah, we can. A little
We can-
catch weight.
We can meet somewhere. I'll wear my 205. I was thinking 210. I'll wear my mock gear.
Nice.
It'll be perfect.
You got CENZO gear? I'll wear CENZO gear.
We're
We're
made
working
some
on something.
we made some hoodies the
Nice.
other day. I got
Nice.
some prototype hoodies in. They're not
Sweet.
they're pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But we're working on it,
Nice.
We'll get
Yeah.
there.
And if you haven't got your mock gear, go. Where is it? Takedownsportswear.com.
Yep. So the link is in my Instagram bio. It takes you directly to my landing page.
It's sick.
Take
If
one
you're
side.
watching this on video, Chenzo's wearing it.
I approve.
tweeted it
So
out.
like,
Look, yeah, it's sick.
and it's
I
like, look, it's
appreciate
like
you guys.
a
Yeah.
nice little casual shirt. Like you could definitely work out in this if you wanted to, but like
It was one of the first.
lifestyle wear. Like it looks good.
Yeah, and it was, and I'm not just saying this because I tweeted this a month ago. It was like one of the best designed apparel I've seen roll out in a while. Like it was clean. It was like, yeah, I'll wear that. It's not in your face. Like I loved it. I'm gonna complete the checkout today.
I appreciate that a lot, man. I spent a lot of time like thinking about like this stuff, man. And I tried my best to do my homework, and thankfully I have a great team to take down that I have access to. And we had a couple like 2 or 3 Zoom meetings on going through designs, and I'm asking questions and they're explaining things to me because if something's designed a certain way. And maybe I have a little bit of doubt about how I feel about it. Maybe I'm not necessarily loving it a whole lot. Maybe it's the placement, or maybe it's the specific logo or whatever it is. It's like, how come, why is it a little bit higher or lower? And just so much it's all about the detail for this type of stuff with me. And so I try and be diligent, and I'm very patient. And so
That's how it should be, man. I told Chenzo we want to roll
Diligence
out some.
and patience is just.
We want to roll out
Just-
some coffee talk merch.
Mhm.
that'd be sweet.
And
I'll
as I was
definitely cop some.
I was showing Chenzo a couple concepts, and he's like, well, not to get picky, but I'm like, no, dude, get picky. Like that's you want, the more you care about it, the better it's going to turn out. The more your fans are going to love it, the more it's going to be something. You never want to put something out there just as a novelty item, because people put it in their closet and it doesn't grow the brand.
Yeah.
Like anytime somebody sends me a Gildan tee, it goes in a pile that's a quarter-mile high of just clients and people who send. Like, if it's not comfortable, I'm not going to wear it. If you're going to design apparel, it's got to be comfortable. Otherwise, people aren't going to wear it. What's the point of it?
And it's got to be something that you like yourself. If you wouldn't even wear it yourself, then definitely don't launch it yet. And it should be a very collaborative process. I know what I like, but I also understand like these are professionals who have experience in designing apparel and merchandise, and this is what they do. And so also trusting. So, I thought about this. What do you guys think about it? And then I'll ask questions why, so I can understand why or why not that may be a good decision. And so, I mean, it's a super collaborative process. And
Were you happy with the sales?
Yeah. So they said I sold like so far like over 80 something items.
That's awesome.
Which is pretty good. And I still got a post on Facebook, and we'll have a second drop another collection drop in the spring.
Do me a favor.
Completely different. Yeah.
Make sure you wear it when you wrestle next week.
True.
You need to wear it when you wrestle.
Yeah.
And then right after, tweet it out. Instagram a picture and say, like, you know, you could always do one post and do another, but make sure you say, like, that's one spot. Everybody goes wrong. You wear something that people can buy, because when somebody sees you, especially fans, they want to rep what you're repping. If they see you wearing something, they want to go get it. So the best thing you can do, and any athlete with merchandise listening, it's the best thing you can do is wear it at a big event. You're getting exposure. You're going to be on flow. Wear it, and then tweet about it later, the next day, whatever. You know, because people are going to be wondering, yo, that's dope. Where can I get that? Too many people miss out on not selling it.
Yeah. And since the shirts come with a sticker, you'll probably have a spot like right here. Like right next.
Yeah.
So we got Gwiz here. You'll probably be like right down here somewhere. So like that's also just more branding too. Because if I'm wrestling, my water bottle's sitting on the side of the mat. So like.
So let me ask you this, Chenzo. What'd you think about the little card, the note that came with the gear?
I thought it was cool. It makes
takes likes and dislikes about it.
It's personable. Like it just seems like it's very like personal thing. I think Anthony did something similar with his, because I got an Ant the Champ shirt in the mail too. So you know,
nice.
Ant the Champ versus Mike Mock would be a good duel.
That would be fun, man.
That would be sick. I think we should set that up whenever Ant the Champ's back scrapping.
Yeah, let alone he wakes up. I texted him this morning to hop on. My message hasn't been delivered, so
he's working out, man. He's working out and eating, and you know, just putting the calories in.
I know he goes for his gratitude. He goes on his gratitude walk in the morning. I text him, like, I hope you didn't get lost this morning.
He was just so thankful today. He was out there for 4 hours.
Oh, man. All right, Mike Mock, any last words?
Nah, man. Appreciate you guys having me on. Really love the coffee talks, by the way. So
thank you, man.
Looking forward to more of them, man. You guys are doing a great job, and Justin, awesome. You're doing a great job, you know, growing your brand. It's awesome to see. And Chenzo, love what you're doing too, man. Hopping on and dude, you're both great personalities, man. So I enjoy catching up with you guys.
Which you were listening to an episode that you texted me about. Which one was that? I can't remember.
The coffee talk where Gable wasn't mentioning Greg's name.
Yeah. That's the one, right?
You guys are cracking me up. I was texting Justin while I was listening.
I knew it was. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
We had Roman on that one too, right?
No, that was when we had Trent on.
Oh, we had Trent and Roman on.
RBY and Gilman came on the next week.
That's right.
Getting mixed up here.
That's all right. A lot of
we record so much. I put in like probably like 200, 300 milligrams of caffeine in per episode. So like by the time we're done, I just have the jitters. Is
there such thing like, is there too much caffeine?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially if you don't like. I haven't eaten today.
Nice.
How are you not eating at 3 in the afternoon?
Like 3 o'clock. That's about 2 pounds of water, no calories, and about 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Wow.
I'm surprised you're not bouncing off the walls
so far
right now.
I am just like
inside
in my own body though.
He's like playing the drums like this underneath the camera where you can't see.
No, like I've been playing with this Sharpie the whole time. Yeah. I don't know.
That's why I just play with the wedding ring all day. I'm spinning this thing, I'm turning it, take it on and off every finger. That's that caffeine over here. But all right, guys, that's Coffee Talk. Go buy Mike Mock's gear. Go follow Mike. Go follow Chenzo. We'll be back soon with more. And that is it for episode 94 of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed this Coffee Talk today. If you did, consider leaving a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. Just subscribe, leave ratings, leave reviews, send us a message on Twitter, Instagram. I'm at Justin J. Bash. Chenzo's at Chenzo Joseph. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back in another episode shortly. See ya.